Hi everyone, I'm Dave Bouvin, and welcome to our CCTV podcast, our Q&A with Dr. Ebel. We're fortunate to have Dr. Ebel with us. He teaches our Spanish courses, he's a professor of foreign languages, and we have some exciting topics today. So Dr. Ebel, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So we have one thing to kick it off. We have some recent research that you've done on Hemingway, and you're being cited by some other professionals in the field. You want to tell us about that a little bit?
Well, probably the most prestigious scholarly publication on Hemingway is called the Hemingway Review. Very hard to get published in it, but I published in another magazine or periodical, and I got cited in here under the current bibliography, the essay that I wrote for publication on Hemingway in the digital age. So people can read that, and then they have a little synopsis of what the article's about, and may actually sell some of those copies.
Yeah, it's exciting on the campus at Chipola College to have professors, researchers like yourself that not only write journal articles for TV spots, magazines, for conferences, but that are included in books and even books on literature. That's fascinating. And Hemingway, what an important topic and a great figure in the history of the U.S. and the history of just the global environment. He's really had a great influence. So I know just talking to you as a colleague, it's exciting hearing about your research, and this you're actually being cited as a professional, as a leader in this field. I can only imagine what it'd be like to be in your classes, to just interact with you and hear about your research and some of these topics that you're passionate about.
Well, thank you. I have a chance to encourage students to write in my class in Hispanic Cinema. And I teach them how to write in the MLA style, because if they ever got to a point where they wanted to submit something, it would have to be done in that style. And I insist on them doing that in the cinema class to develop that skill.
Yeah, your Spanish cinema class is quite a popular class on campus. That's humanities and a Gordon writing rule class, right?
Yes, counts as that, and also counts as an international diversity course for students that are moving on to a four-year college.
Yeah, so many small colleges and just educational environments in general, they don't always have faculty, teachers, professionals per topic. So it's wonderful having a professor of foreign language here on the campus at Chipola College. And that ties well to another focus that we have for our Q&A with you today, that we have, what an exciting opportunity for some students coming up for the C term, the spring 2021 C term. So what do we have going for us with that?
Well, the C term starts on March 8th and runs through the 26th of April. It's an 8-week period, and it's a 4-hour course, so the students are going to be meeting every day, Monday through Thursday, for about almost 2 hours. And that actually is a very good setup or schedule for learning a language, because it reinforces the learning from one day to the next, and you have an opportunity to really practice a lot more with a longer period of time as well. So if it's a small class, which is likely to be, and you have a professor that has a lot of teaching experience, the students are going to get a lot of practical practice in the language. So that class really would work well for somebody who wants to learn how to use the language, comprehend it, and speak it, as opposed to just wanting to get credit for the class and moving on to something else.
Right, so many of our academic programs, for example, are Bachelors of Science in Business Administration. Students need Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 in order to graduate. Some take those requirements in high school, others do not. And this is a fantastic opportunity for students to take Spanish 1 in the spring 2021 C term in a face-to-face environment with yourself, someone who has over 20 years experience in Spanish culture and just knows the environment. And what a great learning, what a great rich environment for those to just kind of get exposed to the topic, learn best practices from someone who lives it and does it. And then they also can wrap up Spanish 2 in the summer, so someone could have been waiting of when to fit this in their academic schedule, and now is a wonderful time. We actually have this flyer. I don't know if we can show it on screen here. And this flyer talks about, and we'll probably have this on campus in different places, it just shows you with some students, and it talks about how we have this Spanish 1 course. I think the proper name for it is SPN 1120-001. And this course will be in Building Z, probably in your classroom, right? Z203.
Right.
And it's going to be meeting Monday through Thursdays, 1:45 through 3:25. So that's a great time slot. You know, they can have a busy day and take a break and just experience the vibrant culture of the Spanish environment with you, and learn from your travels and your publications and your experience with just that environment of the Spanish culture. And that's often based in the historical Latin environment too, right? So they get a bigger exposure than just the Spanish language in that type of class in a face-to-face environment.
In that class, the way I teach it is the students do writing assignments. They actually create sentences that would be practically used in a real situation, talking about themselves and their classmates and their backgrounds and their parents and family members, and useful information that you could actually use in a practical situation. And that's a little bit different than what you might get from taking the class online.
Right, you've talked about in some of our recent discussions of, I think you did a mission trip recently a few years ago. You were sponsored by some professional organizations. You've had a chance to bring that into your literature and your writing. And you've shared just your interactions traveling there while you're there. So most people have never had that experience. So learning from you about those experiences and bringing them into the Spanish 1 class, wow, that would be a time to sign up for that class. That would be quite fun, I would think.
Yeah, we had a teacher's workshop a couple summers ago down in Panama City, and they presented this activity where you determine how many countries you've ever been to, and they gave this little prize away of a gift certificate to Amazon. And I didn't really realize how many countries I've been to, but I made a list of them, and it came to 28.
Wow.
And so I won that little gift certificate because I had more travel experience than anybody else in the faculty.
And many of those are tied to the Spanish culture. So
Most of them are, yeah. They're tied to the Spanish culture.
that's fantastic. So I think in probably about mid-February, registration for the C term will open up. Most likely you'll see this flyer somewhere, maybe online, or you'll see it in one of the buildings on the campus at Chipola College. I know in Building Z, where Dr. Ebel teaches, we have these flyers already available. So they would sign up in February, and I'd be happy to register you. You're welcome. Again, I'm David Bouvin. I work on the second floor of Building Z, Z230, so you're welcome to see me. I can help sign you up. You can register yourself with self-registration or see any advisor. So probably mid-February or so, and it might fill up quick, so I would definitely try to be proactive and get a slot. And what's exciting, if you need Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 for your program, for example, if you're looking at the baccalaureate, the bachelor's program in business, you could, even if you hadn't planned it, take Spanish 1, just this wonderful opportunity in the C term of the spring, and then Spanish 2 in the summer, so you could start the fall of 2021 having that Spanish requirement already completed. So what a great opportunity for our students.
Occasionally I get a call from a student that just went through the senior check and found out, oh, I need 2 semesters of Spanish before I can graduate, and I need them in a hurry.
Ouch, that is a bad day when you learn that late in the program. So this opportunity, hopefully you can catch it early. So that's great. All right, Dr. Ebel, we are always so fortunate to have you here, and that's exciting to see that you're being referenced, one of our Chipola College faculty, our professors. That is a great honor. So thank you for sharing that, sir, and about this great course offering in the C term.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, bye for now.